morning to all. Myself Tripavati from AADS department. I am from VIT, Velamal Institute of Technology, and I am very glad to be the part of our Velamal group. Now I am here to present my topic on list in Python. It is very much useful for the Gritty Girl Coder Contest of 2023. Now we will proceed to the topic. So today's agenda is about list, how to create a list, access, add, remove. Okay, the next topic is list with operators. Okay, then list methods, and we have some built-in functions. Okay, which is default in Python. That is called built-in functions. Built-in functions. Next, final is demo. See, okay, we'll see the introduction of list. The first point tells about list is a sequence of values called items or elements. So list is nothing but it is a sequence of values. Values is nothing but your items and elements. Okay. The second point tells about of any data type. The elements can be of any data types. It can be integer, it can be character, it can be a string, okay, or floating point. And the third point tells that, see, we have the set of elements, right? That should be enclosed with square bracket, and that element should be separated with commas. Okay, that is a major rule for creating a list. Okay, that element should be enclosed with the square bracket. Each element should have a comma. Okay, comma with centered part. And the final one, list or mutable, meaning we can change the element in the list. Okay, these four things, these 4 points are very, very important to create a list in Python. So this is the 4 major points of list. Okay, then we'll see the creation of list, how to create a list. Okay, we have some certain rules here. The same rules have repeated what I said before. Okay, it should be separated with commas and it should be enclosed with the square bracket, and it can be of any data types. As I said, it can be integer, float, string, etc. So now we have creation of list with starting point with empty list. So so listen here. So this is my variable. So my underscore list have taken as variable. I am creating an empty list with square bracket. Okay, with square bracket. Now the second thing, I am going to create my list with the integers. Okay, integer is nothing but 1, 2, 3 or numbers. So I am putting my numbers in the empty list. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, that should be separated with commas. Always you have to remember that my elements should be separated with the commas and with square bracket. Okay, if here if you make mistake now, the list will not work and you will be not getting your output. Next, second thing, the mixed data types. So the third thing, list with mixed data types. Mixed data types in the sense I am having integer, I am having string, I am having floating point. Okay, so with the different data types I can create my list. Okay, so here we can see nested list. Nested list is nothing but I am having list inside list. So this is my common list. Okay, welcome. With that I have 8, 4, 6, another list, a separate list in the list. So nested list is nothing but I am having list inside list. So that is commonly called as nested list. So the next slide we are going to see is that access items from a list. How we are going to access the item from a list? So it can be accessed in several ways. We can access an item from the list by several methods, but commonly we use index operator. So use the index operator to access an item. So we are going to use the index operator to access in a list. Index starts from 0. So the list having, if I have 5 elements now, so my index normally starts from 0 to 4. Okay, 0 to 4, that we can see with example. Okay, so example, see, I have taken my list here, P, R, O, B, E. So listen carefully. I have 2 sets of indexing. One is positive indexing, the second one is negative indexing. So positive indexing in the sense starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my positive indexing. Okay, if I want to index the point 2 now, my output will be O. Listen carefully, my output will be O for positive indexing. If I want to do negative indexing now, it will start from -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, so same thing, print list of -2. So -2 now, what will be my output? B. So I got B as my output. Able to follow? Okay, so I can access the list using two indexing method, positive indexing as well as negative indexing. Okay, positive index is nothing but I am going forward like this, negative indexing nothing but I am just coming back side with -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. Okay, so this is about your accessing the items from list. Okay, then the thing we are going to see is that accessing the element of a list. How to access the element from the list? Okay, the same thing only. First point, index operator is used to access the item. As I said before, yes, we are going to use the index operator only to access the element in the list. Okay, so here listen, I created a list here. Okay, mark is my variable name. I am just creating marks. Okay, 90, 80, 50, 70, 60. Okay, now see, print mark of 0. So what will be my output here? See, output is 0 because this is my starting point. Okay, as I said before, this is my starting point, positive indexing. They are asking only positive indexing, 0. So obviously my output will be 90. So I got my output 90 here. Here nested list. So there one more list, the second one part added is that nested list. My list of welcome 846. Okay, they have given the example for nested list. This is a common one, this is nested one. Okay, so don't confuse with this. Now I am printing print marks 1 0. 1 0 is nothing but this is my one part of list, only one list I am having. In that I have to mark my nested list, the list inside the list. So here I have 0, 1, 2. So this is my common list of 1. Okay, so 1 0 now my output will be 8. Got up? Okay, so one list, I have only one list. Okay, so in that one list, the I am asking the list which is there in the list. So 0, 1, 2. For example, if it is like this now, print marks 1, 2. See what will be my output here? My output will be 6. Okay, because in 1 my pointer will be 2. So obviously 2 place what is there? 6. So my output will be 6 here. Able to follow? Okay, the single list, only one list, in that the other list has been placed. Okay, so I have to take my input from this list. So in this first list, my elements 2, 4, 6 now, where my pointer it's pointing, either in indexing 0 or 1 or 2. If it is pointing in 0 now, I will be getting 8. If it is pointing in 1 now, 4. If it is pointing in 2 now, I will be getting 6. Okay, you have to mention this one. Okay. Okay. Now accessing the negative indexing. Python allows negative indexing for its sequence. The index of 1 refers to the last item, -2 second last item and so on. As I said before, okay, how to take the negative elements? Again PR0 BE. So if I give -1 if I am giving now, what will be my output? -1 and nothing but E. So he refers to my -1 indexing. Follow? Then if I want to get indexing of -5, what will be my output? P. Okay, my output will be P. So this is very simple to access. Okay, accessing an element from the list using positive and negative is nearly very easy. Okay. How to change or add elements to a list. Next is about how we are going to change or adding elements in a list. So here I have created my list. Okay, marks is equal to 90, 60, 80. Print marks. If I simply give print marks, now all my elements inside the list will be printed. This will be my output. Able to follow? So if I give print marks, now the complete elements in the list will be printed. That's my first step. Marks 1 is equal to 0. So what it means? Marks 1 is equal to 0 is nothing but I just want to add this 100 in the place, indexing place of 1. Okay, I just want to add 100 in the indexing place of 1. So here is my indexing place 0, 1, 2. See, I got the same thing 90. Instead of 60, I got 100. Okay, because in this one place I have to add 100. So 60 gets replaced by 100. So 90, 100, 80. So this is my output for my program. Okay. Now adding element. Add an item to the list using append method. Add several items using extend method. Add one item at a desired location using insert method. So we have so many operations in a list. Okay. To add, that is to append. Add is nothing but appending. Appending now, adding the element in the list. That is commonly called as append operation in list. Okay. Then extend. Extend now, I want to extend my list in the elements in the list now. For example, if I have 90, 60, 70, I want to extend the elements now. 60, the other elements like 1, 2, 3, I want to extend. Now I can extend also with this operation. Okay. Insert. If I want to insert a new element also, I can do using insert function. So now we'll see that step by step process. Okay. So listen the first process, marks dot append 50. Okay. Print marks. So now my 50 gets added here. Okay. The commonly the first process I created 90, 60, 80 is my list actually. But now I am appending 50. So what happened, my output 90, 100, 80, 50 is added here. Okay. Using this operation marks dot append. If you want to add any elements now, you have to mention here that elements will be added in the list. That's it. Same thing for extend also. Marks dot extend 60, 80, 70 now. With this output, my 60, 80, 70 will be added here. I got a 60, 80, 70 with my input, right? 90, 100, 80, 50 which is already there, which is the elements which is already there in the list. With that, my new elements are extended. I am giving the new elements here, so that is extended. Finally, insert. Okay, now insert is little bit a tricky one, you have to listen very carefully. Insert now, normally if I give 40 now, it will not accept my input. Okay, I have to mention my index place. I have to mention my index place. Then only my input will be placed in that index place. Okay, print marks 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my indexing pointer. So here see 90, 100, 80. So I want to place this 40 in the place of 3. Okay. So here just listen 1 minute. 40 will be placed in the indexing of 3. So my third indexing part will have 40. Able to follow ma? Able to follow the concept? See, normally I can extend, normally I can append, but indexing alone I want to give my indexing part. Okay, if I want to insert some element now, I have to mention the indexing part. So for example, I'll tell with some other example, 4, 40 now. In the 4th place, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, in the 4th place it is added. Okay, in the 4th place my element will be added. Now it is in the 3rd place, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the third place the 40 is added. So very simple to go. Okay. The next slides tells about how to delete or remove elements. How to delete or remove elements from the list. So that also have some common operations here. See, delete one or more elements using the keyword del, del. So we have the keyword for deleting the operation, namely del, del. Okay, you have to remember all those things. It can even delete the list entirely. So using the keyword, we can delete the operation entirely. Okay, so again I have created my list here. Okay, and see, delete marks 6. So if I give delete marks 6 now, so what will happen? Name error. Name error is not defined because see here the concept plays a role. Simply if I give delete marks 6 now, it will show me the error. Why? Because mark is not defined. Okay, I have to define the mark first. Simply if I give delete mark of 6 now, that particular 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th item will not delete. I have to define the mark first, so that I am using clear method. Able to follow? So that I am using the clear function here. So clear function. So marks dot clear now. If I print marks, that's entire list gets deleted. Okay, that's it. Okay, list operators. We have nearly so many operators. Okay, slicing, that list starting value, stopping value, step function, concatenation is equal to plus, repetition, membership, identity. So we have so many operators in list. So far we have seen the methods, how it is carrying over with addition, appending, deleting, removing, inserting and so on. Now we are going to see the operators used in the list. Okay, slicing list. Okay, we are going to see the concept of slicing a list. Accessing a range of items in a list by using a slicing operator, using colon. Okay, so slicing can be best visualized by considering the index to be between the elements. Example, see with the example I will be explaining clearly how we are going to slice the list. Okay, so here is my list, PROBE. Now if they have given, I should slice between 0 is to 4 now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. My output will be what? My output will be PROB. 0 is to 4 now. It will count till 3. It will not include the value of 4. You have to be very clear with this concept, because many will make the mistake. If they are giving 0s to 4 now, all the 4 elements students will be writing as an output. That is a major mistakes made by the students. But you have to be very careful with that concept. If I giving 0 is to 4 now, it will take the elements till 3 only, 0 to 3. Okay, that is the indexing place. But normally we have 4 elements there. Able to follow? So PROB is my output for this positive slicing. If it is negative slicing now, minus 2, minus 1, minus 2, minus 1. So here minus 2 is to minus 1 now, minus 2, minus 1. My output will be B. Okay, it will not consider that E part. My output will be B here. So if it is minus 2 is to minus 1. Are you clear with the slicing concept? Slicing concept in list. Okay, this is how the operation is carried out in the slicing method. Okay, now we have certain operations, as I said before, list methods. I told you how to append, how to count, extend, index, insert, pop, copy, remove, reverse and sort. So appending is nothing but add an element to the end of the list, as I said. Okay, count returns a count of number of item passed as the argument. Count is nothing but how many elements it is there in the list, we can get as the output. Okay, if it is 6 elements, na 6. Extend, as I told, add all elements of the list to the another list, that is extend. Index is nothing but returns the index of the first matched item. If it is matching with the first item, it will give the output, okay, that is called index. Inserting, same thing, inserting, remove and returns an element at the given index. Pop is nothing but taking my last element from the list, okay. Pop function is nothing but taking the last element from the list, that gives my output, okay. Then again copy function returns a shallow copy of the list, making the list with another copy, okay. Original copy, with that original copy I am making the other copy, that is called copy function. Remove, removes the item from the list. Reverse, now reverse order of item in the list, reversing order of the item in the list. Sort items in list in ascending order, okay. If the elements are like shuffled now, the elements will be arranged in ascending order, okay, ascending order or descending order according to the user, based upon the user requirement it is sorted, okay. Next, append methods. Append methods, as I told you before, how to add the elements, okay. This is your syntax of append, list dot append item. See this, how to append, how to insert, how to delete, we will see clearly in the demo session, okay. We will see clearly how it is running the demo part. The same thing, the append methods, adding a single item to the existing list. The append method only modifies the original list, it does not returns any value. Then append methods takes a single item and add it to the end of the list. Item can be numbers, strings, another list, dictionary, etc. and so on. This is your syntax, you have to follow the syntax. See here, a general program for appending. See, normally I have created list, adding element to the list. List is equal to hi, hello. Print old list of list. So list dot append welcome. Now updated list. What is my old list output here? This is my normal. This is my original list. Okay, hi and hello. If I give print old list comma list now, what output I will be getting? This output, old list, hi, hello. If I want to append, I want to add, so I am just using append function here, list dot append. What I want to add? Welcome. Welcome to the old list. If I am adding anything to the old list, it will become automatically, it will become updated one, right? So it is updated list. So print updated list comma list now, my output will be hi, hello, welcome. Able to follow? So this is a program how to append, okay, append the list. Second example, adding a list to a list. I want to add the list to a list. So this is my normal list, old list. If I print a normal, as I said here, I will be getting the same output here. List 1, welcome, okay. The second thing I am giving welcome 1. Now the list dot append list 1. It's nothing but if I have that one list now, normal general list now, I can follow this method. If I am set of list, having set of list now, I should mention my place here, list 1, okay. List 1 I have to append. So again I am getting my output, hi, hello, welcome, okay, and the list 1 part. This is how we are adding an element to the list. And this is how list to the list, able to follow. This is normal list, here adding list to a list. Why I am mentioning list 1 here now? Because already one more list is there. So in that list, the new list, we have to update the element. For that I am mentioning list 1. Okay, you have to follow this concept very clearly. This is normal one, we can do it easily. If I want to add my list to the list, okay, like nested list, we have seen before in the before slide, nested list. Now I have to mention that list path 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever it is, I have to mention the path. So similarly I am mentioning the list 1 so that my updated welcome is added to the old one. Next, count method. So count method counts how many times an element has occurred in a list and return it. How many times we are repeating the element. For example, if I say like A is equal to 2, 4, 2, 4, 6. Now how many times it is repeated? 2, 1, 2. 2 times it is repeated, right? Okay, this we can take it as 9. So 2 times my second 2 times it is repeated, right? So 2 times repeated. Okay, 2 is actually 2 times repeated. So that is the count of my list. The count method takes a single argument element whose count is to be found. The count method returns a number of occurrency of an element in a list. So this is a syntax. Okay, list dot count of element. Very simple. How many times my element is repeating? That is my output. Okay. Here see, we have some programs here using count method function. Example, count the occurrency of element in the list. Okay, so now see, the count of I is, okay, the count of I is 1. H-I-H-O-W. Hi, how, you. Here I is repeated only one time. Yes, no, only one time. So my output is 1 here. Okay, here the count of 0 is how much? How many times the count of 0 is repeating here? 2 times. So my output is 2 here. Able to follow? The number of times the elements are repeating, that is the count method. That is my output. Able to follow? See, next the count the occurrency of tuple and list inside the list. Okay, this is one more complicated one. So list is equal to H-I, this is one list, this is one more list, and this is one. Okay, so count list dot count A comma B. So what will be my output here? Okay, this A comma B, I want to see how much time it is repeating. Only one time it is repeating. So 1 here. Okay, then 3 comma 4. Okay, list dot 3 comma 4. How many times it is repeating? 0, because 3 comma 4 is not here. Yes, it is not defined. Only 8 comma 4 is there. So my output will be 0. Able to clear? Able to follow? So this is how the count method is carried out. I will repeat the operation again. In my first example, I repeats 1 time. Okay. Second, they are asking for 0. I'm sorry, O. This O 2 times. It is repeating for 2 times. Able to follow? Next, the second list, that is list inside list. Listen carefully. For every method, I am just giving a normal one, a normal list, again with nested list. Okay, so that you can understand the concept very deeply. Okay, so now I have one list here, complete one list. Inside list I have list here. Okay, so here A comma B, they are asking for A comma B only 1 time, but they are asking for 3 comma 4. 3 comma 4 is not here, so obviously it is 0. Obviously it is 0. Next, indexing method. Same thing. We have to carry out the accessing method using index operator, right? So index method search and find given elements in the list and return its position. However, if the same element is present more than once, index method returns smallest and first position, and so on. We have the index syntax here. So list dot index of element. Okay. Okay. Now we'll see the index function method, how to access the element using index function. Okay, first example, finding the position of element present in the list. The second one is finding the position of element which is not there in the list. So this is my element. I'm going to print the count of I is a list dot index of I. So I have to find my I place with this respective indexing place. For I, what is the indexing part? 1. So here is my 1. Next, the second one for O. Okay, print the count of O is list dot index of O. So where O is? Okay, what is the indexing part of O? 3. So my output for O is 3. So this is how we can access the element in the list using indexing. Okay, suppose if I give the character which is not in the list. Okay, for example, print the count of O is list dot index of Z. Z is there in the list? No. Okay. So, value error, Z is not in the list. You will be getting the value error which the character is not in the list. It will tell you that no, it is not there, value error. Okay. Fine. Next one, insert method function. How to insert element? As I said before, how we can insert the element. That is the syntax I have given here. List dot insert of index comma element. You have to mention the index place. As I said before, which place you want to insert the element, in the second indexing or third indexing, fourth indexing or first indexing or zero indexing, you have to mention here. So, that is why they have given index comma element with the element, which element you want to insert. Okay. Next, insert function method. See, here they have given some programs for inserting. Example 1, inserting element to the list. So, this is my list, vowels is my variable. So, A comma I comma O comma U. So, print old list vowels. So, print old list in the sense I will be getting my old as my output here. A comma I comma O comma U. Because this is my normal list I have created here. If I give print old list is equal to vowels now, that elements will be displayed here. But if I want to insert something now, so vowels dot insert indexing place with that element. As we saw before, I have to mention my indexing place with element, what element I want to insert. Okay. So, print new list is equal to vowels. Why I am giving new list here? Because if I am adding or if I am doing something with the list, that will be updated one, that will be new list. Okay. If you are writing something now, if you are adding something or if you are inserting something now, that automatically will become a new list or updated list. That is why I am giving as new list in my program. So, print new list is equal to vowels. So, automatically E will be inserted. E will be inserted in which place? One place, indexing 1. Yes, no? See, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, I want to insert this E in first place. Okay, automatically in the first place what my output will be? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the first place I am getting my added element. Okay, I am getting my added element. So, that is about insert method. Next, pop function method. So, the pop function method takes a single argument index and removes the element present at the index from the list. As I said, popping is nothing but taking the last element from the list. Okay. Here the syntax go list dot pop of index, list dot pop of index. So, what are the points they are telling here? The parameter passed to the pop function method is optional. If no parameter is passed, the default index -1 is passed as an argument. If they are not giving any parameter, we have to take index -1 as the default one. Okay. So, that we will see with the program. So, again pop function method. Example, pop element at the given index from the list. So, here is my list, I have created list. Okay. What are the things I have dropped here? Python, Java, C++, French, C. So, I have enclosed, like what to say, I have put some string in my list, all are string, right. So, if I give return value is equal to language dot pop 3. Okay, I am giving pop 3, language dot pop 3. So, what will be my output? This is my old list. Old list, generally I am created old list. If I print list now, automatically my created list will be my output. What are the output? Python, Java, C++, French, C. The same thing will be my output here. Okay. Now, return value, comma, return value. So, now if I give some updated one, if I give some updated one like see 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have to mention my index value. Why now? Because I am going to pop the value 3 here. 3 part, indexing part 3. I am going to pop the value 3. So, 0, 1, 2, 3. If I pop 3 now, what will be my output here? Python, Java, C++, C. I got my output, right? Okay, if I am popping the value, if I am popping the particular index value, that will be what? Popped out, removed out. Okay, so that is your updated output. Fine. So I'll repeat the concept again for pop function method. Generally, I am creating list here. I have certain things here: Python, Java, C++, French. Okay. So if I want to pop something from this list, I have to mention my indexing value, pop 3. If I mention my pop 3 value now, again I have to give my print statement, print return value of return value. If I give the updated statement, the new thing will be updated. Okay, new thing what I have popped. Okay, the updated list will be displayed for me as my output. Okay, then this is another example, indexing value example, same thing only. We have to pop the function. Okay, pop function, if I give now, the same thing will be repeated. If it is -1 now, the minus thing like negative indexing. Okay, the negative elements in the negative strings will be removed, that's all. Okay, no other difference. If I give some minusing operation now, the minus thing that is negative will be removed. The same thing, the next one, remove function methods. The remove method searches for the given element. If I want to remove some element in the list now, this syntax is used, list dot remove of element. Okay, list dot remove of elements. With this, see with example, remove methods program. Example 1, remove elements from the list. So I want to remove the elements from the list. Now automatically my output will be easy. No, see, I have created list is equal to 5, 78, 12, 26, 50. Now that is my original output I got here, original list. Okay, if I want to remove the particular element 12, now I have my original list will become updated one. So updated list is equal to 5, 78, 26, 50, because 12 I have removed. So 12 will be not displayed in the updated one because I gave remove operation, right? Okay. So built-in functions. So here we have so many built-in functions in Python. Built-in function is nothing but which is there default in the Python package. Okay, which whenever we want to use that packages, we can use in that our program. Okay, what are the built-in functions? All functions, any functions, enumerator, length function, list, maximum function, minimum function, sorted, sum, copy, reverse. So these all are the built-in functions which is there default in the Python package. Okay, and finally we have demo sessions here. Thank you. So now we'll see how to create a list. Okay, in Ideally. So now I'm going to create a list. So my variable name is A. A is equal to, I want to put square bracket as I told you before. So I'm going to insert my elements in the list. Okay, some elements 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm closing my square bracket here. So here I have created a list with variable name A is equal to with some elements. Okay, that should be separated with commas. That is my first rule of creating a list. Okay, now second statement, I'm just going to print my value. Print of my variable name. Okay, so here my list has been created. Okay, what are the elements in the list A? I got the output. Now we are going to see how to access with indexing part. Okay, with the help of indexing, how I can get my output. So print of A of indexing what? You can give any value 0, 1, 2, 3. So now I'm going to give 0. So I got my output 2. Yes, no? Because 0 points to the value of 2. Suppose if I give some other value, see, like 5. Okay, if I give my index value 5, what will be my output here? 7. Okay, because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my indexing point 5 has the element 7, so I got my output 7. Again we are going to see slicing concept, how to slice the list. So what will be my output if I give slicing 0 is to 3? 2, 3, 4. Yes, I got my output 2, 3, 4. I told you in the PPT session that uh, it will take the point from 0, 1, 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 it will not consider. My output will take till 4 only. 2, 2, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now we'll move on to concatenation. Concatenation is nothing but just adding the element. Okay, adding the two list. Is equal to four square bracket 30. So here I got my output. What I did here, I just added two lists. Okay, a concatenation is nothing but adding two lists. One list already my variable have 2, 3, 4, 5 till 10. So I have created one more variable b 20, 30. So that 20 and 30 is added to that list. Okay, concatenation nothing but adding two lists a plus b. So here I got my output. Okay, fine. Suppose if you want to repeat the repeat the list now, repetition, how it is works, we'll see here. I want to repeat how many times, okay? Print B, have taken only this list alone. So print B, I want to print this, how many times I want to print it. Like for example, 3 times now. So my output will be, see, my list is printed thrice because here I have given print B into 3. So this particular list have to repeat till 3 times. Okay, for 1, 2, 3. It is repeated to thrice. So that is my output I got in repetition. Fine. If I want to update something, if I want to give update for my things now to the list, what will be my output? So print, okay, print of update. I'm going to update in list A2. So here my output. Okay, so now I have updating my element in the list. Okay, my list like A, I given like 2, 3, 4, 5 in this variable, sorry, in this element I want to update the place of 2, indexing place of 2. So 2, 3, 4, so I have updated 4. So here is my answer. Okay, updated. Fine. So again I'll go with the part. So A of 2 is equal to 100. If I want to give some new values to the indexing place, my output will be like can see my output how I'm getting here. Yes, so in the place of 2, indexing place of 2, I have updated 100. Yes, no, so here normally you can see 2 3 4. So in the place of before previous original list it is 4. Okay, in the place of 2 it is 4, but now after updating, in the place of 2 I got 100. 100 is replaced there. Okay, so previously a of 2 now 4. Okay, a of 2, that is my original list, but in the again if I want to update something in that same place, so a of 2, if I give 100 now, the 100 will be updated to the list. Okay, okay. So this is normal operations carried out in the list. How I'm creating, okay, how I'm slicing out, okay, how I'm pointing my indexing part, and how I'm concatenating it, and how I'm repeating, okay, how I'm updating it. So many operations are there to be followed in the list. Okay, fine. Similarly, if I want to give for slicing, if I want to go for slicing, a of slicing, excuse me. Okay, slicing already have told you that slicing, if I give a colon 3 now, the slicing part, the first 2 3 4 elements will be displayed. Okay, fine. A of 1 colon 1. So now here I'm just giving, already I have given 0 is 0 colon 3. Okay, now I'm going to give in the slicing part 1 colon. If I give 1 colon, what will be my output here? 1 colon, what will be my output? So, yes, see, remaining, see, 0 1. So from that 1 all the elements have been displayed. Okay, from the 1 all the elements have been displayed. It will not take the index part of 0, only 1. So 1 till last all my elements will be displayed. Okay, this is one of the main concept in slicing. Generally slicing carries a 2 part here, 0 is to 3, and we can give like 1 colon. So here if I give 1 colon now, that remaining part from 1, 300, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that remaining part from 1, it will take complete elements. Okay, it will not take 0 part. You should remember that very carefully. And suppose if I give colon alone, what will happen? We'll see here. If I give colon alone, what will happen? We'll see. Yes, if you give only the colon, na, the entire list, okay, the entire list in the A will display. Okay, the entire list will be displayed. So this is somewhat very tedious in slicing, that is why I am showing in the demo. So normal one is like 0 is to 3. So now again I have given 1 is 2, because 1 carries like empty elements, so it will take from the one part, one starting part of 1. Okay, it will not take the 0 part. I'm repeating again, it will not take the 0 part. If I give 1 colon now, the from the indexing part of 1, the rest of the elements till last, okay, I'll get my output. Okay, if I give only colon now, the entire list will be displayed. The entire list will be displayed. Right. And then so now we'll move on to the some methods. Okay, methods like if I give append, what will happen? Okay, append. Okay, if I want to append some element, what will happen? So that, I'm sorry, I've taken content part here. So a is equal to just creating one more list here. 1 2 3 4. Okay, I've created new list here. I'm going to add, append is nothing but I'm going to add the element of 6. Okay, so add the element of 6. So again print, I'm just going to give print of a. Yes, So now the element which I want to add, I got as the output. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is my normal list. I want to add, I want to append. Add is nothing but append. Okay, I want to append the element 6. Now the 6 is added to the original list. Okay. Next, I want to extend. Okay, I'm just creating one more list. Just creating one more list here. So again, a dot extend operation. I want to give extend function extend of what, b. Okay. So yes, so with the uh, extend operation we got the output. Okay, I have given, see, I have created one more list, b is equal to 7, 8, 9. Okay, already I have list is a is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to extend with that with a. So a is equal to extend b. So why I'm giving a here now, I have to extend my elements in the b with the a already created list. So that is why I'm giving a dot extend b. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So the elements which is there in the list A, with that the elements which is there in the B, that is I have created now. The same thing will be repeated. These two elements will be combined together and they will be displayed as my output. Okay, I have to extend the element of B with A, simply to say like that. Suppose if I want to remove, we'll see the remove function also. So print of A. See, always remember that we have to give the print with A, with what list we have to do the operation. Okay, like you have to mention the variable name there. Okay, print of A. So here, yes. So now, so I have given A dot remove of 1. Okay, a dot, so my element has been removed here. Okay, the first element has been removed. See, a dot remove of 1 and nothing but my first element is removed, not my index is removed. I'm not mentioning here index, I'm mentioning my element alone. If it is with this bracket now, that only it will take the element of the first one. Okay, it will not take the index part. For index part I have to mention with square bracket. Here it is not square bracket. Okay, so a dot remove of 1, if I'm giving 1, now the one first element of my list will be removed, not my index will be removed. Here the first element of my list will be removed. I'm not mentioning here index, I'm mentioning my element. You have to see the difference very carefully. Okay, because many of you will make mistakes in here only. You'll be asking the queries also, ma'am, I just mentioned here 1, by why the first element has been removed. It can take like index part also. No, if I give like this a dot remove of 1, and it will take my element only, it will not point to the index. Okay, it will not point to the indexing part. Okay, fine. Then so this is all about your operations carried out in the list and methods carried out in the list. Okay. So now we'll see the common program and small program, how we are going to execute in the list using for loop. Okay, using for loop. Now I'm creating my list here. Again, a is equal to, yeah, thank you. A is equal to some values 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma, I'm just giving 50. Okay, I'm closing it. applying for loop here. So print of I. Yeah, I got my output here. See, this is very basic program. See, how by using for loop, how the elements are arranged in a sequence order. Okay, here I have created my list. A is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm applying for loop here. Okay, I'm applying for loop here. I want to get my output in a sequence order. Okay, I want to get my output in a sequence order. So for I in A, okay, for I am just taking the it's pointing my variable for I in A. If I give print I na, normally my output will be displayed like this only in a sequence order. Okay, suppose if I want to get my output with pointing indexing value, no, I can give like this. Similarly, with the same operation, A is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50. Again I'm applying for loop here, okay, to get my indexing value as an output for I in range Rn. For in I range, I'm giving my condition here. See, this is not 0 is my starting value. Okay, starting value, declaring length of but variable A. Okay, starting value is length of A, and this is one is incrementing by 1. Okay, that is endpoint. Also called as your iteration. So I give some syntax error because I didn't mention the colon there. Okay, I'll go with that. So again, A is equal to so here I have not inserted some dots. I have to do with colon, right? So, okay, that's fine. For I in range in range. So this is my starting value. Okay, 0 is my starting value, and length that is iterating. Okay, length of A, end value or end value. So print I. Okay, yes, I got my output here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which points my index in the list. Okay, so like what mistake I made here, I didn't the end of my for loop I should have this colon. Okay, if this is missing now, I'll be getting syntax error. Okay, no problem if you are trial and error only, now obviously everything. Okay, if you are missing this part, you will not get the output. Okay, so now it is clear. We have just created the list, and in that list we are applying for loop to get the output. Okay, the output is nothing but sequence. What is list actually? List is nothing but sequence of value. Sequence of value. Value is nothing but items or elements. Sequence of value in the sense I'm getting my output in this order. It should be in this order only. 10, 20, 30, one after the other. So one after the other. My output should be like one after the other. So I got through for loop. Next here, what I did, I want to get my index value of that element. Index value, not the element in the list. I want the index value of the element. Okay, index value. For that I applied for loop. This is my condition, starting point, iterating point, ending point. I'm giving print I. Here I got my index value, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all about the your programs, okay, in list. So it is very easy to do the program in list. Okay, fine. Thank you.